Okay, let's dive into our grain trade, see what's going on with up-to-the-minute quotes provided by Bar Chart. Here we go with a look at our corn market activity as it stands right now. And we are showing such an exciting board on the corn. I mean, hold me back. We have December corn just one tick lower at 6.85 1/4. March, unchanged. Now it's 1/4 cent higher. Man, that's exciting. So nothing going on in the corn market. Let's check out soybeans. Well, November soybeans are drifting a little lower now. We're down 3.5 cents at 14.57 3/4. And that's off of our overnight high here by about 19 cents right now. Okay, let's see if wheat has anything to light its fire today. Nope. In Chicago, December down 3 cents at $9.75, just hanging on to that $9 benchmark by its little wheat fingernails. On the hard red wheat in Kansas City, December down a penny at 9.66. Well, that's off its overnight high by 9 cents. Is anybody showing plus signs here? Well, let's take a look at spring wheat. December down 1/4 cent at 9.64 right now. How about cotton? Well, in cotton, December is down 128 points at 95.64 cents per pound. What's going on in the Dow? Let's take a look over there. Well, it's down 74 points on December futures at 30,208. On the U.S. dollar index, where, there you go, 684 points higher, not necessarily the one you want to go higher for ag trade. It's up at 111.030. Wow, big move higher in the dollar. And on the crude oil market here today, West Texas crude up $1.02 at 83.96 per barrel right now. And I want to talk about the lumber market with help from Mr. Robin Cross of StoneX in Chicago. Robin, always a treat to talk with you. I can't wait to hear what your analysis is when you had Jerome Powell talking about raising the Fed interest rate by 3/4 or 75 basis points yesterday. That can't necessarily be good for the lumber market, can it?
Most certainly not. Good morning, Marlon. Thanks for having me. We will definitely dive into all those details this morning, but let's just give some prices because it's got a little bit of action today. Right now, November lumber is coming in at $471.80, and that's critical because that's been I think we've had 9 lows here, if I counted correctly, right at 470. So it's critical to kind of hold. That's down 24.20 on the day. January come in this morning at 485.10, down 21.80. Well, before we get into lumber, we have some pretty juicy housing data to get into that was released this weekend, this morning as well. And, you know, Marlon, I have to be honest with you, buddy, it's pretty eye-opening to some, but should not be a surprise to our viewers, considering I've been warning of the potential major downturn in housing, no kidding, since early March. So, first of all, we had housing starts and building permits came out. Housing starts were up 12.2% at 1.575 million. What I have to say to that is keep dreaming. You will definitely see an adjustment in the actuals. There is no way that's up 12% when every other report is literally straight down. Building permits, more centered in reality, is down 10% at 1.517 million. You know, that's still pretty good. Just a little sidebar. You know, 1.2 is where we were during all the housing crisis. You know, I wonder if we're heading there again, but, you know, it's still at least up off its, you know, major swing lows. Existing home sales are due out today, and all early indications are, you know, they're obviously expected to be down. Median existing home price, though, interesting, was up 7.7% today at 389,500 big ones. And U.S. inventory of unsold homes, to put it in perspective, before the housing crisis, that used to be like 6 months supply was average. We're at 3 months supply right now, 3.2 months supply of unsold homes. That's been average since just before the pandemic. So, you know, no change over there. U.S. existing home sales continue to fall, though, as mortgage rates climb to their highest level, no kidding, in 14 years, with the Fed continuing to raise rates, as you said. That leads to higher mortgage interest rates to the tune of the 5th week in a row. And I did an average of all the lenders, and I'm coming up with 6.29% for a mortgage. That's up almost 3% from year over year, literally adding hundreds of dollars a month to borrowing costs. So we're not, with all this being said, we're not at levels that are very attractive, especially not for first-time home buyers, but for anyone else. And I saw a big jump in what they call recasting. That's if you pay down your loan and you take the terms and stretch out what you have left in your previous existing mortgage rate, and then they just kind of like, you know, they lower your price based on the same terms of a previous loan. I'm seeing that happen more. Most people don't even know what that is, and I'm seeing that more active than ever before. And so that's enough, I guess, about housing. We'll look at lumber. So, we were all over this last week. I said, market was weak. It's looking to break. And I said, the only way we're going to turn it around is if we have some production curtailments. And that's precisely what we got this week. Canfor came out and reduced 200 million board feet to come off the market, over the next couple weeks, which is decent. It's significant. But, historically speaking, when Canfor would make an announcement, whatever preceding rally would happen from that announcement, it's always a sell. And that's precisely what had happened here. So Canfor made that announcement. We're sitting around the 470s, got a nice jump, get all the way to the mid 520s. And then we fell. We literally went up $60, came back down $50. And I think it would have built a little better base had the Feds not raised rates. I think it would have been way worse, though, if they would have went up a whole point as opposed to 75. The problem is, I think 75, a lot of that was already in the market, so that's why we're a little slow. We put it back down to support, but you're not really getting any new follow through. So, other than that, be careful. Look to buy discounts and sell premiums, good buddy, because I think this is a time to really be cautious with the potential bear market really looming over our heads.
You bet. Very sage advice and well said. I appreciate that, Robin. We'll talk again next week. Robin Cross of StoneX in Chicago with a great inside look at the lumber market. We'll come back in a moment. I'll run through our livestock prices right after this.